Welcome everybody for the rematch. We just saw the last match between now the teams are swapped. This time SSP and Haviland Tuf on the East team side, Penny and JB on the West team side. We have a really nice and aggressive combination of spells. We have Giant Snails, in my eyes probably the second best spell in the game at the moment after Sorcerer. We have another aggressive spell with all out of Assault, and we have the medium defensive spell with Protector coming, so there will be a lot of focus going around this wave 11. This will be a really interesting wave. There will be a lot of sense, there will be a lot of king ups, and there will be a lot of pressure coming up towards this wave, and I'm really looking forward to see how everybody will be able to handle this. SSP already going for the snail. He will rely on the income. He is going for the bounty hunter openers. Really tough early game you got there. You will be better in the later game. jbombard going for the pyro start himself, already showing the pyro. He will be good against, for example, 11 with the pyro, unless he's getting a huge tank like a ghost knight. Also not the best on the wave before on 10. This is gonna be a really interesting choice, and Xarku, I'm really interested in what he is planning to do. Probably we see a banana bank opener on wave 3 here, but he already received a 40 cent, which means he will leak quite a lot here, especially only adding a mask. This will be a bigger leak on Xarku. Good for SSP. He got 40 as well, but he's holding and he can get a little bit of stacks down there still, so already stacking up his bounty hunter, giving him more potential in the mid and late game. Now 5 workers, jbombard, 5 workers, SSP, everybody else still staying on 4 workers. Especially Xarku will have a hard time. Hopefully he can get what he wanted to build, probably banana bunk. Exactly. I even know this is no new league, I just thought it might be entertaining for the stream if I cast some games, some high-low games. And here we are, casting the game Pennywise and jbombard against SSP and Haviland Tuf. It's a rematch. The first one was won by SSP and Xarku. But now we have the Brute coming out. Xarku, even with the league, able to get the banana bank going, and JB deciding to not feed anymore because of the banana bank and just going for those king ups. I can totally understand this, and we will have to see how the Aqua together with the Infiltrator is able to deal with the Brute on wave 3. This should be pretty safe. I mean, there's a lot of magic damage going on. Pennywise perfectly predicting the send here. There's a lot of magic damage. There was a lot of arcane armor, which means there's no chance he's gonna leak here. Also on 4 he's not too bad, so he can just go for the 6 workers, same as Xarku. Both received their sense, the pressure is out, and they can now go push and pressure their opponents themselves. Oh, alright. SSP going for the Hermit already. Usually sending Hermit against a Pyro is a nice thing to do, especially if there's only one Serpent, because one Serpent is not able to snipe the Hermit in time, but 2 Serpents here, they might be able to deal with the Hermit pretty fast and then deal a lot of damage against the wave. So I could actually assume this is holding. I can't guarantee it though, because a Pyro against wave 4, especially together with a Hermit, is actually a big thing. Oh no, he is really unlucky. Both Serpents will get sniped behind each other. They get focused behind each other, so I think there might be a small leak, or is there? Oh, there's no leak. Really nice prediction by jbombard, perfectly countering the Hermit here. So SSP lost some income by sending the Hermit, not for good though. And now we see a JB taking the worker lead. 7 workers pre-wave 5. Xarku wants to deal with wave 6 and a canopy probably. I can see this coming. He's shifting some gold. This will likely be a canopy right there. He's not getting a send, which is for sure. And JB Bombard probably trying to get this double brood out. Everything else is pretty likely not leaking Xarku at all here. Maybe Penny can help with a nice leak on SSP on wave 5. His bounty hunter already dancing away from the pressure. Maybe it would have been better if he was protecting the green devil to deal some more damage, but this here looks like a leak, which is giving jbombard with 7 workers now a lot more time. On the other team, we have Pennywise holding the double double turtle send. Who did this send to Xarku? I don't understand this send, to be honest. I mean, there was enough arcane armor to tank away those turtles. There was no real effect on those, only for tanking, because those units here, like the fire elemental and the 2 infiltrators, are dealing magic damage themselves to maybe like clear them a little bit slower. But I think it would have been better to send more damage and pressure like a fiend against the aqua and the infiltrators. But who could have known? You now kinda gotta test this in the custom game, and now we already see jbombard really skipping some incomes for the second brood. We have Xarku here, banana bunk canopy, no money for a split, double brood is. I could assume this is gonna rip him apart. We have no send coming on SSP, which is pretty good for him. No send yet, we can say. Maybe Pennywise will decide to join jbombard. Maybe he's just trying to 7 him. And I want to really see this. We can shortly mention we have an 80 send, a dino coming over there. This could be scary as well, especially, yes, it is turning around against the serpents, but look at this. Oh no, the canopy got sniped super fast. Now there's only the bunk against 3 Roccos and 2 broods. This is a huge leak, and Xarku no chance of holding. This is why banana bunk is not considered a good start at the moment. It's just too hard to counter it with 2 broods on wave 6, and there's no chance to clear it good unless you will be super bad on wave 7 then. But on the other team side, we have as well 3 Roccos leaked by jbombard. I already thought so. Those serpents with the butcher here at the pyro, turning around into the serpents, his main damage source getting lost. But on East team, we have turret first blood. We have 200 gold lead already for West team. This is huge, 10% down. Let's see how it goes on. Alright, there's a pretty close place serpent. This serpent will not be able to snipe any hermits, any shamans, anything, but this is more here to deal some damage. I'm really interested in how this will be performed. Overall, we have huge sends coming out. We have Pennywise 140, we have here an 80 cent and a 100 cent on the other sides, but Pennywise with 800 value should be able to hold this for sure with a smile on his face. Only 100 in income. He will be able to push a lot now. Whereas I'm not sure if jbombard, again, same scenario happening. The serpents are getting sniped by a turnaround. Thanks to the butcher construct at his pyro, but he's still able to do pretty good. On the other hand side, oh no, you're so lucky, SSP, sniping both broods right away. His kingpin stacking up, look at this, 95 stacks already, and it's gonna be 2 more till the end of the wave. It's now 97 stacks on wave 7. This kingpin here, if he can make it, that he's not in need of upgrading it till wave 10, this one will be huge. And the game has stabilized a little bit. We have the huge worker advantage now on the West team. Pennywise and jbombard 3 workers ahead. They're only 100 gold ahead though, and a little bit of king HP. But SSP already preparing for this mid game, and as we just said before, those king spells are those legion spells are pointing towards a heavy impactful game on waves 11 and 12, and if they take giant snails on every other send after this. So this will be a huge focus of the game, and I really hope everybody's aware of this. Especially, I see here SSP is gonna have good cards. I can't click the bounty hunter right there, but it's over 100 stacks already, and there's 12 more to come on next wave. I hope he's trying to collect them with a violet. 109 stacks. This is already huge. He can get up to 12 stacks from the next wave, plus all the cents that are no cents yet, and maybe he even tries to let this one live on wave number 10 and try to defend with Archer's APS. Alright, over there, jbombard trying to defend wave 9, even though there's no cent coming, and he's looking awful on waves 10 and 11. Just give him the long skip, send him the Ghost Knight on wave 11, and there's so much leaks happening for sure, as well as Pennywise not being the best on 10. They're both really weak on 10. We have over 350 value right there, sitting on 2 pyros. We have a butcher, really bad value as well. So half of all the value from jbombard really is into bad units for 10, and I think that is why they're sending now as well. And not only them, everybody is sending now. I think they are a little bit too much afraid about all the power wave 11 with the legion spells, with bring. So everybody going a little bit against everybody a little bit afraid going against wave 10. Everybody sending there. We have the coilers plopping out of the earth later on. We have a 121 stacked kingpin, which should be a nice hold unless there's a huge send coming, which is only 2 brutes and a dino. And on the opposite, we have a mole coming, we have some coilers. Let's hope the coilers are doing good for jbombard, but we really have no damage at all for Pennywise, who did go for a lot of boosted PBs, and we can now here sneakily see the Elite Archer, which is a huge unit for wave 10. Elite Archer really good for wave 10, but nevertheless, jbombard leaking big, same as Xarku, and we have over there SSP. Is this a hold? This should be a hold, yes. So we have leaking Xarku and jbombard, one of each team, but it looks way more scary to have a third life boss plus a full life ogre, or a third life boss with a mole. So there will be a lot more king damage dealt on the East team sides, which will throw them back even more. They are a little bit back. The workers are equal right there. We have one strong player in each team. On the West team we have Pennywise, on the East team we have SSP being the strong player, and we already see giant snails coming for West team. I think in that scenario, with everybody sending on 10, giant snails is the perfect answer, especially for kingpins. Giant snails can be a huge threat, or for other big units that are slow attacking, for example Canopy and all those. They will be a huge meat shield for the upcoming waves. But now it's all about when will the next sense happen. Xarku going defensive with the protector spell. There will be an ocean Templar with the Scrawl, healing those big tanks around it and giving a little bit more of percentual heal. We have here the Kingpin going with a nice APS buff, so buffing the small attack speed it has a little bit more to be a little bit more confident about this. We have no giant snails at all on the East team sides, but we have this huge threat of the all out of assault, which could result in an early send. So I'm pretty sure SSP will either send on 12, which is not the best call on my eyes, especially with seeing the pyros in the bunk, or 13, which would be more the favor of myself. I think the big sense here, everybody not looking perfect on 13, especially jbombard. Pennywise can do okay on 13 with orchids right there, or a white mane or a gate. Anything would be better for 13 for them. On the other hand side, we have a Kingpin, usually not the best unit on 13 as well, but in the backline we already see 2 Violets with APS, so they are already trying to protect themselves from 13, and Canopies, Kingclaws are not the worst units there as well, but I think this will be the wave 13. The Giant Snail should come out pretty soon, because especially 14 is looking a little bit better for all of them, so I think it will be 13 going into either 15 or 16 or even longer, it depends. And there's still no giant snails coming out. Let's see. Oh yeah, we see them from jbombard, giant snails coming out, Penny going for the 4-eye, SSP now going for the huge unit, the shaman. No problem for him, because with those banana bunks here, those serpents are now not gonna snipe long ranged units anymore. Let's see how this will turn out. I see no chance for jbombard of a hold right there. I'm pretty sure I would have liked, yeah, at least one orchid here for Pennywise. I hope he still has some money for the boost with those 100 gold, and the question mark pings are already coming out for the other team. Everybody undervalued here. Huge sense incoming, and this will probably be the last wave of the game. 400 cent. The biggest one coming on jbombard, a shaman. Oh, actually, the coilers are lucky turning around. The shaman is getting sniped, but look down there at the wave. There's no chance. Nothing is getting cleared. Now it's all about Penny holding this. He's doing decent so far, but this will not be a hold overall. So they can only win by racing the other team. And SSP holding pretty good. He's holding all of the wave units, only leaking the 4-eye right there, and on the other hand side Xarku's leaking a little bit more, but this should actually, oh, never mind, sorry for the bad call, but Pennywise is just going wild and holding his wave. What? That was a bad call for myself. Alright. There's going to be a little bit of a king. We have king over there as well. Nobody dropping too low. Nobody in a scary situation right there. I really thought this might be end already. Pennywise going and surprised me with a huge hold right there. I should have spectated him more. I did not see why he suddenly held like a small god. Probably the gate released more and more value that carried him. Alright, Xarku, Haviland Tuf being now really far behind with workers. He's the one being the weakest. SSP and him and Xarku both really far behind on the value scale as well. They really tried now hard with the exec, with the dying exec. That is their last hope. Having this exec dying, then probably trying to end this one on wave 15, because I see no chance of them holding 16 with their values. Yeah, look at this. This looks really like an all-in. We have 3 pack rats getting into the treasure hunt. We have the dying egg for wave 15. I'm pretty sure the big next send will come now. Oh, look at this. There's already the leak coming out for jbombard. He did not have the perfect setup for this wave. His value is super low. Why did I not see this before? Did he sell some stuff? So he either sold some stuff and did some more workers, or I just did not really see this. But this is gonna be a huge one. Everybody sending once again giant snails coming out from jbombard and Pennywise. We have the ghost knight and the pack leader from Xarku and SSP. Who is likely to be favored on that one? We have 2 Asarias, 2 priestess. Not Asarias, but the priestess only. For Xarku, he has the 1 canopy here to get the little bit of the healing from Protector and Ocean Templar. We have, yeah, the little bit of magic damage on those green devils and violet SSP has to offer. And on the other hand side, we have a bunch of pyros, we have some priestess, and then again the orchids from Pennywise that already saved the wave 13 for them. But I'm pretty sure, not only because the cents are a little bit higher on their side, but this should be the end for Xarku. And for SSP, we have the canopy healing himself hugely, but this is probably not enough to completely tank the wave, and this one priestess down there is not able to deal enough damage. We have leaks coming from Xarku, we have leaks coming from SSP, who had a really strong game so far. But on the other hand side, both are leaking as well. The team that is leaking faster, which is now East team, is gonna take the win at home, and this time it is Xarku and SSP dying the first ones. They won the last game. This is the rematch, and this is the 1-1 between those two teams. GG's everybody, what a game. Was really aggressive, especially after 10, a very aggressive game. I think it was almost equal. Xarku and jbombard were the two weaker players, whereas Penny and SSP really battled themselves who is the better holder, and Penny just clutched it super hard on 13. I'm pretty sure we should give him the match MVP for this wave 13 hold right there. I mean, okay, he got the smallest send, especially with those giant snails here, but still, it was a huge thing to clutch this wave like he did it, to hold it and to deny the win for SSP and Xarku with that one. GG's for Pennywise and jbombard.